I have to admit, I'm not keen on sangria. I have been to Spain a million times. I don't really like it. I always find it harsh because it's made with red wine and often just has apples and things like that. This one, which I actually borrowed, off the Barefoot Contessa, is made with rosé. And it really is absolutely delicious. So it's a great improvement. All right, the first thing you need, surprise, surprise, is a bottle of rosé. Now, if you don't chill it, you can use it warm because you then put it overnight into the fridge. I don't like it overnight because I reckon that the fruit then sort of dissolves. And what I've got here is a beautiful punnet of very fresh raspberries, just perfect raspberries. And also a punnet of strawberries, which I've cut in quarter because they were quite big, half if they're small. So put those in as well. And also there's a couple of peaches there. Now you can use peaches, plums, nectarines, any of those fruits. And I've just diced, well, fairly large dice I should say. And to that we then add half a cup of pomegranate juice and quarter of a cup of caster sugar. So it's only just putting things together once you've done your little bit of prep. This is a great party food. Look, I suppose it could be for one if you're very thirsty, but I think this is more for two people. You have to find a friend for this, but it's up to you guys because it is very Moorish. And then 3 lemons. Now, of course, you'll taste it at the end, and you may find, for example, that it needs a little bit more sugar. It may need a little bit more lemon juice. Oh, that's the other thing, which I almost forgot, is make sure it's a dry rosé. You don't use Mateus rosé or something like that. I remember when I was a kid, we used to drink Mateus rosé. Oh, it was sweet. Oh, it was sweet. But I liked sweet drinks when I was a kid. When I was a kid, when I'm saying I was about 19 or 20, I'm not talking about underage. And I'm also going to do some nice smoky almonds with them, or spicy smoked almonds to go with this, just on the side. Now, last but not least, we've got a couple of liqueurs here, or we've got brandy and Grand Marnier. So 2 tablespoons of Grand Marnier and 1 tablespoon of brandy. Now what you do with this is you either, as I said before, you put it in the fridge overnight. I prefer it not to be that long. I actually put it in the freezer for about an hour, and I reckon it's good. So 1 tablespoon of brandy, 2 tablespoons of Grand Marnier. Just let's whiz that up. Just to dissolve the sugar. All right, I'm going to put that into the freezer in about 2 seconds. I might get James to do that. He's not doing anything. He's just taking 4 million camera shots. No, it's all right, James. I was being funny. You don't have to do that. He was going to get it. What a sweet man. He was stopping filming. He was going to get that, but I'll put that in a minute. But I'll do the almonds first, just before I whack that in. And what I did want to do with the almonds is pretty simple stuff. I just want to, when you say they're smoky from the wok, not actually from smoke as such. You know how the wok sort of has that smoky feel to it. So 20 grams of butter, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, accurately measured as always. And I've got 250 grams of whole blanched almonds. Right, they're beautiful almonds, those ones. I bought them from my mates at the market. They're just superb. And a couple of cloves of garlic. I know it's only 1, but it's a humongous one, so we'll just use the 1. And by the way, with that rosé, when you serve it over ice, just out of interest. And don't let this get too hot, because otherwise you'll burn your almonds and you don't want that. So we'll just melt the butter. As soon as the butter's melted, in go the almonds, all of them. And we'll just keep on cooking that until they're nice and golden, and then we'll think about the next step. This is looking rather good, actually. Just have a look at there, James. It's rather heavy too, that wok. There you go. See, that's not got a nice colour to it, hasn't it? Just keep on cooking it after you take it off, because it keeps on. And what I've got to go in here, let's just have a look here. Just there, I've got about half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. just over 2 teaspoons of sea salt, half a teaspoon of cumin, under half a teaspoon of cayenne, but you can add more if you like, and about half a teaspoon of sugar, caster sugar. So we're just going to throw those in. And what I normally do is I then put it in a bowl, and a bit later on I'll drain it just to get rid of the excess oil. But I want those spices to go through it, and those spices will go through it better when you've got liquid. So we'll just put it in a bowl like that just to stop the cooking process, because otherwise it will keep cooking and they will not be nice and brown and smoky, they will be black. So by the time my lovely sangria is ready, these will have cooled down and they will be the perfect accompaniment. Actually, they're accompaniment to any drink, I have to be honest. Anyway, this is a sangria you really will enjoy. As I said, I don't really like the red wine one. That's me. Maybe you love it. But I think this is better. Cheers, guys.